Donald Trump has once again reminded us how easily artificial intelligence can be weaponized in the digital age. This time, he didn't just bend the truth, he shattered it. A viral TikTok deepfake showed Barack Obama being arrested in the Oval Office. Of course, the video was made by a MAGA content creator. But the truly shocking part? The former president of the United States, Donald J. Trump, shared it without hesitation, without context, and without a flicker of concern. Now let's be real, can something like this even be legal? Can political deepfakes be brushed off as harmless satire, or is there a dangerous precedent forming? And more importantly, why now? Why would Trump repost this grotesque political theater at this precise moment? Timing is everything. Just days earlier, Tulsi Gabbard publicly accused Obama-era officials of manipulating intelligence to sabotage Trump's 2016 campaign, an accusation that's both vague and explosive. So this wasn't just a meme for the masses, it was a calculated trigger, and today, we're diving deep. We'll break down the timing, the strategy, and the implications. And yes, I'm going to ask AI what it thinks. We'll get its take on the deepfake, on Gabbard's claims, and whether there's any real-world chance that Obama could face legal consequences from this storm of digital disinformation. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think this is going anywhere? Or is it just more political theater designed to distract and divide? Let's dig in. Alright, let's set the stage. First, I pulled together the most up-to-date info to make sure nothing slips through the cracks. I asked AI to analyze everything clearly, and without any spin, no sugarcoating, just raw analysis. AI reacts to the deepfake Trump posted. Let's get straight to the heart of it. Why is Trump targeting Obama now? What does ChatGPT think of the deepfake? Does it believe Gabbard's claims? And how does it interpret the bigger picture? Here's what it had to say: no edits, no filters, just the full take. Trump is going after Obama right now because it dominates the headlines. It inflames emotion, hijacks the narrative, and lets him dictate what the country is talking about. It's not about justice, it's not even about revenge. It's about maintaining control of the media cycle. Every time something comes along that could damage him, like the resurfacing of the Epstein files, he creates a spectacle so loud and so absurd that it drowns everything else out. This deepfake isn't a serious critique or a political strategy, it's bait, and it works. The media bites, the public reacts, and Trump keeps center stage. It's manipulation 101. Now, let's talk about the video itself. It's a surreal AI-generated fantasy. Barack Obama being handcuffed in the Oval Office, set to YMCA, with a flurry of absurdist memes flashing by. There's no subtlety here. Trump isn't even pretending to be serious anymore. He's fully embracing the chaos. He wants his supporters to watch it and feel like justice is on the horizon, even if it's a lie, even if it's a cartoon hallucination crafted by algorithms. Because for many in his base, that feeling is enough. Truth isn't the point, emotion is. This isn't politics, it's revenge fan fiction, and it's powerful because when people are angry, confused, or desperate, they'll cling to anything that feels like payback, and Trump knows that. Now, let's address Tulsi Gabbard's claim that Obama-era officials used intelligence agencies to sabotage Trump in 2016. That theory has been circulating in MAGA circles for years. It's part of their mythos, the idea of a deep state that hunted Trump from day one. Trump's repost of the deepfake plays perfectly into that narrative. It's not about evidence or investigation, it's about emotional symmetry. They lied about me, so I'll lie about them. But that logic is poison. It doesn't correct past injustice. It just accelerates the decay. Deepfakes don't expose corruption, they become it. Do I buy what Gabbard is saying? No, she's playing a role now, amplifying the MAGA narrative, staying relevant, and offering Trump a stepping stone. Her framing gives Trump permission to blur the line between fiction and retaliation. But let's not ignore the timing. This video didn't surface in a vacuum. It dropped right as the Epstein files were heating up again, with whispers of powerful names and Trump's own past connections lingering in the air. This wasn't just a meme, it was a smokescreen, a deliberately outrageous distraction designed to make the media chase ghosts while the real fire burns just out of frame. And you know what? It worked. Again, the comment section under the video is flooded with believers. Make this real, finally, justice. We know the truth. There's no hesitation, no skepticism, just blind certainty fed by pixels and rage. We've entered an era where truth is optional and spectacle is king. Trump doesn't need to win debates. He doesn't need proof. He just needs to keep the noise loud, the outrage fresh, and the emotions high. Now imagine if Biden posted a fake video of Trump getting tackled by the FBI to circus music. The media firestorm would be instant. Fox News would melt down. Republicans would demand investigations, but Trump, he does it and shrugs. Because he knows something terrifying. In this new era, there are no rules, only reactions. If Biden had posted that kind of a video, Trump in cuffs, circus music blaring, the outrage would have been nuclear. You hear words like threat to democracy, election interference, weaponized disinformation. Fox News would be on fire, congressional hearings would be demanded. And yet, when Trump pulls the exact same stunt, the silence is deafening. That's the double standard, and somewhere deep down, even Trump supporters can see it. But they don't care, because in their minds, the system already broke the rules, already rigged the game. Now it's time to fight dirty. The terrifying part? This is probably just the beginning. If Trump sees that these AI videos get clicks, if they dominate the headlines, if they stir the pot, he'll keep making them again and again, and we're entering a new era where truth becomes irrelevant. The only thing that matters is how much engagement it generates. The more viral, the more valuable. That's not politics anymore. That's spectacle, and it's dangerous. Not just because it erodes trust, but because eventually, someone's going to act on the fantasy. Keep feeding people this idea that their enemies are traitors. Keep showing them fake justice, digitally rendered like a video game. Eventually, someone somewhere will decide it's time to make it real. And what does this say about where Trump's head is right now? He's not operating like a traditional politician. He's not even pretending to focus on policy. Healthcare, the economy, foreign policy, they're side notes. He's building a stage of grievances, vengeance, and self-mythology where he alone stands brave against the deep state. He's cast himself as a messiah figure in a dystopian drama. And if truth, institutions, and democracy burn in, the process, so be it. So, no, I don't buy Tulsi's spin. And I don't think this is just harmless trolling. I see this as a calculated step toward normalizing political fiction as a substitute for real leadership. Trump isn't just trolling. Obama, he's building a world where nothing has to be true. Just loud, emotional, and useful. That's the world we're hurtling toward. And if we keep brushing it off with that's just Trump being Trump, one day we'll wake up in a country that runs on memes and lies and nobody will be laughing. All right, heavy stuff. But that about covers it, and seriously can. You even imagine if the roles were reversed? If Biden pulled this kind of move? Trump would be talking about it until 2030, minimum. Up next, we're tackling the final question. Could Obama actually face legal trouble because of this? I asked ChatGPT directly, and its response was sharp, clear, and honest. But before we dive into that, take a second to hit the like button if you're finding this breakdown valuable, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you aren't already. Also, quick note, since ChatGPT mentioned the Epstein files, I've got a full video that goes deep into what might be in those documents, how Trump fits into the story, and whether they'll ever be fully released. That one really took off, and people found it useful, so if you haven't watched it yet, definitely check it out after this. Okay, with all that said, let's get into it. Could Obama actually face real legal trouble? I asked ChatGPT point blank. Is there any realistic chance that Barack Obama could be arrested or prosecuted over this mess? Here's what it said: no, Obama's not going to face any legal consequences. There's no case, no charges, no evidence. This entire narrative is built on smoke and noise. It's theater loud, chaotic, and divorced from reality. Trump isn't out to put Obama on trial. He's not lawyering up. He's not presenting affidavits. He's trying to win the culture war, period. He wants his base to feel like justice is happening, even if it's fiction, especially if it's fiction. Because fiction can be shaped, exaggerated, and weaponized without consequence. That deepfake video wasn't a threat, it was a tool. A digital grenade tossed into the public square to create outrage, distract from scandals, and energize the faithful. And let's be honest, Obama's seen worse. He endured 8 years of relentless attacks during his presidency. Since then, he's remained largely above the fray, keeping a high approval rating and avoiding the mud. He won't respond to this directly because he knows that engaging Trump only feeds the fire. His silence, in fact, might be the thing that bothers Trump the most. So how does this all play out? Like every Trump media cycle, it explodes, dominates. The headlines for a few days, gets everyone screaming, and then vanishes. No follow-up, no consequences, no closure. Just another spectacle tossed on the pile. That's the pattern. Trump creates chaos, soaks up the spotlight, extracts the attention he needs, and moves on. The institutions don't punish it, the system doesn't respond. The outrage burns hot, then fades. So no, Barack Obama won't be arrested, but that was never the point. Trump isn't trying to defeat Obama in a courtroom. He's trying to defeat him in the minds of his followers, and for many, he already has. That's the real danger, not to Obama, but to democracy itself. Because in this world Trump's building, facts are optional. Fiction is king, and the crowd no longer cares which is which. And there you have it. I agree with ChatGPT. This will vanish from the news cycle in days, but I want to know what you think. Maybe you agree with Tulsi. Maybe you think Obama should be held accountable for something. If so, tell me what that something is in the comments below. And of course, hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the join button if you want to. Support this channel directly. Since we're talking about Barack Obama today, make sure to check out the next video where ChatGPT breaks down his first presidential term and gives it an honest score from 0 to 10. Just click on the pop-up. I'll see you there in a second.